demanding topic, that is the neural network from deep learning. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to ask why the name title neural network is given. From where does the term neural came from? The word neural came from nothing but from the biological term neurons. What is neurons? Neurons are your smallest, undividable and important unit of a human mind. Okay. So actually, how does it work? So whenever you see an image, let's you see an image of a bird. Okay. So whenever you see an image of a bird, your eyes captures the image. It acts like a camera and it captures the image, and it sends the signal to your mind. Okay, to the mind neurons that I'm seeing an image. Okay. That it doesn't know what the image is, but it sends the signal that I am visualizing an image. So it sends the signals to neurons, and the neurons further send the signals to again multiple many number of neurons. And finally the processing takes place and the answers came back from the mind that the image you are seeing is a bird. And these things takes place in such a fraction of second that you won't realize that actually these are happening in the back of your mind. Okay. So this way that you recognize that the image is a bird. Okay. In the same way, like a neuron acts in passing to and fro the signal, passing the question signal and again passing the answer signal to you. Okay, this is a bird. In the same way, the neural network also acts. Okay, whenever you are given these nodes are nothing, this round shape are nothing, you can tell it node or you can tell it your neurons. Okay. So whenever an input signal is coming, like a image, like a bird image is coming over here, it sends the signals to other neurons. Like it sends the signal over here, over here, over here. Again, it sends the signal. And from this layer of neuron, it again sends the signals to other neurons. Okay, it again sends the signal to your other neurons. And from this layer of neuron, it again sends the signal to your output neurons. Okay, to your output neurons. Finally, the output neurons give you answer, okay, this is a bird. Okay, so this neural network, this is your the first part is called as your input, the last part is called as your output, and in between part is called your hidden layer in which all the processing takes place. Okay, so these acts in a similar way like a mind works. So the name given as your neural network. Okay, so now one point, how actually the mind actually learns from the childhood also. You have been learned, okay, whenever you see such an object like flying or have a beak, you tell it as a bird. Okay, and the beauty of the neural network is that it also learns from the training. When you train a neural network, it also learns from its own that okay, whenever such an image I will detect, it has a wing, it has a beak, okay, it has a slender body, I will predict that it will be a bird. So this is the beauty of neural network, that it acts in a similar way like a human mind would. Okay. Now let's move on to the first part. I will be explaining you convolutional neural network, then I will move on to explaining the back-propagated neural network. Okay, but before going into it, I would like to give some basic ideas about image. Okay, what is the image? Image is nothing but you can say it's a printout, you can say it's a photocopy, or you can see whatever you are seeing in your mobile phones, you are visualizing an image. In a computer system, you are visualizing an image. Okay, but when you this is your image actually, but when you zoom your image, when you mostly zoom 100%, if you zoom your image, you can find small dots of color, similar colors or different colors, dots you can find. That dot is nothing but your smallest unit, or you can say it pixel. That dot is the smallest unit of your image, very smallest undividable particle of your image. You can say it is a pixel. Okay, and one more thing about image, whenever you are seeing a colorful image, right, one more thing is that is your RGB, or your red, green and blue color. So every colorful image is made up of your basic or primary RGB colors. So what are that? Primary colors are your red, green and blue. So if you like, I mean to say, if you want a orange color, a different color, okay, orange color. So orange color is also made of your basic red, green and blue. You take a proportion, more proportion of red, some proportion of green and blue, and when you mix it, you will get orange color. And whatever different color, like you want violet, you want purple, you want lemon color, whatever different color you want, you can mix the basic color, you can mix it in any proportion and you will get a different color. So RGB are your basic primary colors for a colorful image. So whenever you see image, whatever this type of image you are seeing, you are generally getting a height, you are generally getting a width, and the third thing is depth. Depth is nothing but your, depth is always your depth will be 3. So depth is nothing but your 3 channels, or you can say 3 colors RGB. So you can see an image over here. I have taken an image over here. This is a 5x5 image. Okay, this is a height of 5. This is a width of 5, and this is a depth of 3. The depth of 3 is nothing but your 3 channels, or you can say RGB. Okay, so this is the basic information about the image which we need to know for your image processing. Okay, and the RGB has a pixel value. Okay, R has a pixel value, G has a value, B has a value. Okay, the value is range from the image pixel value is range from 0 to 255. Okay, suppose this is the image. These small dots are your pixel. These small dots are your pixel. The small dots are your pixel, and each pixel has a value which ranges from 0 to 255. Okay, the small dots are your pixel, and each pixel or each small dot is consisting of the value from 0 to 255. Okay, any value it may be consist of. And our color, our color has 3 components, that is your R component, G component and B component. It is only applicable for your colorful image, not for your black and white image, because every image is made up of the basic 3 primary colors. When you mix up the 3 primary colors, you will get a different color. Okay, so this is all about your basics of image. Now move on to your convolutional neural network. Okay, so this is actually an image. Okay, this is a representation of image. Okay, you can see that this is the image of a bird. There is a wing, there is a beak, there is a body, you can see. Okay, but how the computer which will actually recognize this is a bird? It cannot recognize now it is there is a feather, that is these things, it cannot recognize. So what the computer will do? So the computer will focus deep inside the image, and after focusing inside the image, it will find that the each image is consisting of small dots, that is a pixel, and each pixel has a value like this. Okay, here I am taking 0 and 1 for simplicity. I have taken the value 0 and 1, but the value ranges from 0 to 255. Okay, so what the computer will do? The computer will focus deep into the image, and it will find each pixel numerical value. Suppose this is a 6x6 image. Okay, this is a 6 height and width, and I have represented the pixel values, each element, each pixel values as 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, so this is a 6x6 image. Let this is the image of a bird. Let this is the image of a bird. Okay. So now I am having a first operation for the convolutional neural network. You are having to do a convolutional neural network operation, you are having the 3 main operation. That is your convolution, ReLU, max pooling, convolutional, ReLU, max pooling, convolutional, ReLU, max pooling. These 3 operations are rigorously you have to do these 3 operations. Okay, you have to do these 3 operations. First convolution, ReLU, max pooling. Again convolution, ReLU, max pooling. Again convolution, ReLU, max pooling. So after doing this process, you have to give the input to your back propagated your neural network. Okay. So these 3 operations has to be done rigorously. So first, if I'm explaining about CNN, that is your convolutional neural network. So first operation is convolution. How the convolution operation is done? This is the image, input image. Okay, and for convolutional operation we need a filter. So you must be wondering what is a filter, or you can also say it as kernel. You can also rename it as a kernel. Okay. So you must be wondering what is filter. Okay. Whenever you input an image, the image need to be convolutional operation need to take place. And how the convolutional operation takes place? Actually, the image, inputted image need to be scanned to and fro. Suppose you think this is a torch, okay, and I want to recognize the what image this is, and this torch is scanned starting from your left top corner of your left hand side. Sequentially, it will scan. Okay, this is the area of a torch, right? It will scan the image like this. It will move to the right, again one row down, again it will move to the left, again one row down, again it will move to the right. In this way it will scan. So this filter acts like a torch or like a scanner, and this filter, this particular filter will scan the image in this way. It will start scanning from here, again it will scan till here, again it will move one row down, again it will scan here, again it will move one row down, again it will scan. Okay, this is also a matrix and it has some values. Okay. So first of all, this filter will scan, this is a 3x3 filter, right? So it will scan this much, one smudge of it. In the first scanning, it can scan this much. Okay, scanning means what? Just dot multiplication, matrix multiplication will takes place. I mean, this is the 1 into 1, it will be 1. Okay, so 0 into 1, it will be plus 0. And 1 into 1, it will be plus 1. Okay, now again plus 0 into 0, it will be 0 plus 1 into 1, it will be 1 plus 0 into 1, it will be 1 plus 1 into 0, it will be 0 plus 0 into 0, it will be 0 plus 1 into 1, it will be 1. So you are getting 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Sorry, this is 0. Okay, so you are getting 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I have related this whole 3x3 field is filled with the number 4. Okay, the first element. Okay, this is the convolutional feature matrix. Okay, again it will move with a stride of 1. Stride of 1 means either one column or one row it will shift. Okay, so after scanning this part, it will move one column towards right. Okay, now it will start scanning from this to 3 plus. It will scan this. Again the dot product will take place. Again the dot product will take place. Like this I have explained, that is 1 into 1, 0 into 1, 1 into 0. Again 0 into 1, 1 into 1, 0 into 1. Plus 1 into 0, 0 into 1, 1 into 1. And now after adding the sum, I am getting it 3. After adding the sum, I am getting it 3. Right. So again this image will move. Again this image will move to one step, one stride, right, from here. Again it will scan till here. This 3. Again the same multiplication takes place. Finally it will 1 move here, and again the multiplication takes place, so it will be one answer of 3. So now it has left the total right, it has moved to total right. Now what will happen? It will move one step down, one stride down. So from 1, this is a row, okay. So one stride down, here it will move till here. Okay, again the multiplication takes place, so you are getting 4. Again it will shift to your left, one left, okay. This is the area, one left. Again the multiplication takes place, you are getting 3. Again it will move, okay, one left. And again you are getting a 4. Again finally it moves here, and you are getting a 2. Okay, again it will move one row down. It will move over here. This 3 plus. You are getting 2. In this way it will scan the total image of, in one scan it will give a scan of 3 cross 3, and finally you are getting this value of 4 cross 4 convoluted matrix. Means the 6 cross 6 matrix is convoluted to 4 cross 4 matrix by getting the prominent or extracting the main features of the word. Okay. So after this convolution operation, next operation is your ReLU. What is ReLU operation? ReLU function is nothing but, you can say ReLU operation is nothing but it will give you a, whenever you will you'll be getting a negative value. Whenever you'll be getting a negative value in your convoluted matrix, it will give you a 0. And whenever you are getting a positive value, even suppose you are getting a positive value of 1, it will give you 1. You are getting 2, it will give you 2. 3, it will give you 3. It will remain as it is. The value is 4, 3, 4, 3, it will remain as it is. But whenever, suppose I will get minus 4 over here, whenever any negative value you get, it will simply make it 0. Okay, after passing it through the ReLU function, next is your max pooling. Okay, what is the max pooling? Max pooling means again extracting the more prominent features. Okay, so here you can say this is a 4 cross 4 matrix. I am doing a max pooling of 2 cross 2 matrix with a stride of 2. What does it mean? Suppose 2 cross 2. So I am considering the first 2 cross 2 matrix. This first two, for 2 rows and 2 columns I am considering. So this is a 2 cross 2 matrix. From these 2 cross 2, I am selecting the maximum value because it's a max pooling. Okay, as the name suggests. So I am getting a 4. Again, I am moving with a stride of 2. In max pooling, how much you have covered, you have to move the total uncovered. Matlab means this much you have covered. So now you have to move to next. You will not move a single, but you will move to the total next matrix. Okay. So here with a stride of 2, stride of 2 means 2 columns it will move. So now it is moving 2 columns shifted to this. From here it is getting the most maximum value and I am getting 4. Again from here it has reached the last right value, means the last right step it has reached. So now it will, what it will do, it will move with a stride of 2 to the downside. Okay, now with a stride of 2 it will move till here. From here also it is getting 4. Again it will move left with a stride of 2 column value. Here it is getting the maximum value 3. So after max pooling I am getting this as my final matrix. Okay, this matrix I will input it to my neural network. So this is the whole operation related to your convolution ReLU max pooling. This is the 3 main basic operation of your convolutional neural network, and this operation is performed many times. This is a single time I have explained it, but this operation is performed in many times because here just a 6 cross 6 pixel values are taken, but in reality it can be 30 cross 30, 400 cross 400, many pixel values. So this operation has to be performed more and more times to get an answer that the image, to get the prominent features, and which leads to answer that the image should be of what? It is a bird, it is an animal, or whatever the input should be. Okay, and some extra things about filter I would like to say that this filter, there is a, this filter, you would say what is the filter came from, what is the number came from. Okay, the number is actually the machine usually learns the number from itself. These numbers which you are getting inside the filter value matrix, the machine usually learns the number by itself. And more thing, there are many filters. Like some filter helps in your age detection, some filter helps in your shape detection, some filter helps in your face detection. Like suppose I am telling this is a tail of an animal. Okay, so what this filter will consist of, like if I will change it into a matrix form, so this will have a value, suppose any value like 5, 3, depending upon the color. Okay, RGB factor 4, but these will have no values. These will have no value. So this is a filter of, this will be a filter of what? A tail. So this filter will, not a tail, this filter will detect something like a tail, or something, this type of age, this filter will detect. So whenever this type of filter will be, if this type of filter will be, convoluted through a tail of, tail part, tail part of your animal, or tail part, slender body part of a, bird also, it will detect, okay, this is something slender body part. So this type of different filters are present, like your age detected filter, some face detection filter will be there, which can identify this is a face. Okay, so in this way, by applying many filters, you will recognize the, you'll have a blur. First of all, when you will just have a single convolution, you get a blur vision of the image. Okay, you cannot imagine you slight edges. You will get slight vision. Next, again filtering, again convolution will be there, and slowly you will see. Okay, I'm recognize the image. I can see. Okay, there is a wing, there is a beak, there is a body. Okay, it can fly. Okay, it is a it's a bird. So application of filters makes the image detection possible. After getting the max pooling matrix, what you have to do? You have to change this max pooling matrix and you have to flatten it. Flatten it means you have to write in a columnar form. In this way, for people you have to write in a column form. You can say flattening of matrix, or you can say I'm writing in a vector form. So this input will be fed to your neural network. This input will be fed to your neural network, and from the input layer, this input will pass to your hidden layer, and all the all the processing will take place. And finally, this will predict that okay, this image will, and output will be okay, this image will be bird, so it will give you answer 1, or you can say 0.99. The probability of 99% is it is a bird if the input image was a bird. But if not, it will give you answer like 0. Okay, this image is not a bird. But if bird, it will give you 1 or 0.99, whatever the target output, it will predict the image is a bird. So the neural network finally classified, okay, this image, what input we have given, after so much of processing, it is a bird. Okay. So that is all about, about your convolutional neural network. Okay. In the next, I will be explaining about everything about your backpropagated. This is the operation basically focused on convolution, your CNN. In the next video, I will be explaining about all about your backpropagating neural network. I hope you like the video. If you like it, please like it, share it, and yes, subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching. Thank you.